Welcome to This Is the Day with me, Bo Chansey, and
Arianna Earnshaw.
you know what?
What?
That was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am very cool.
Yeah, I was ready for it was really cool, and you did a great job. I have one request.
Okay.
I want you to sing that part this time.
Sing the
Sing your
part
name.
where I said my name.
Yeah, okay, you ready?
Okay, go again,
all
go
right.
again, go again.
Welcome to This Is the Day with me, Bo Chansey, and
Arianna Earnshaw. Yeah.
yeah. I knew it was in there.
Yeah,
I think that's what needed to come out.
Yeah.
So welcome. We are so glad that you would join us today on This Is the Day. Special treat when you are in the chair.
I'm happy to be in the chair.
I know. I'm happy you're here. I know everybody else is too. Everybody else just went, what? This is fantastic.
And then I sang it, and they were like, share.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it already
Share.
happened. I wasn't even going to say anything about it because I felt like it was like overkill at this point.
So yeah, you know what? I should have just left it alone, but I just had to call it out because
No, it's fair. It's
thousands of shares just happened all at once, and Facebook shut down for a second.
I'm a little nervous that the whole World Wide Web has crashed.
Yeah, so if this is lagging, it's just because everyone's sharing the show. So if you just want to like wait 5 seconds and then share the show.
In fact, I would say if you hadn't shared the show yet, which is hard to imagine.
Yeah, no.
But if you hadn't, like, don't even bother. We don't even want you to. No.
Yeah, I know. You can't. Not allowed.
Is it forbidden?
Forbidden.
Yes. In German, verboten.
Sure.
I don't know. Actually, I do know. That is German for forbidden.
Actually, that's a fact.
I just don't know why I said it. That's more the case there. So, yeah, I mean, you heard that. There's going to be lots of goodness on today's show, and so we're going to have some fun. We got a lot of great encouragement. Union leaders in the house.
Oh, yes.
Look out. Verse of the day. It's one of my favorites. A verse I memorized years ago. Can't wait to hear what you have to say about that, and to share all of this with you, and we hope that you'll share it with others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click and share.
Share it with others.
That's simple.
You're enjoying it. You're coming back.
Yeah.
Other people want to see this too.
Yes, for sure. So, welcome, and good morning, good day, good afternoon, because you can watch on demand. Mm-hmm. Do you ever watch it on demand?
I do. I really do. I love going back and either watching like funny moments or like if say like I miss an episode, I go back later that day and I watch it. Still just as good, still just as encouraging.
Yeah.
Funny.
I think so.
I love it.
Yeah, and you're not just a contributor. You watch the show.
Oh, I absolutely watch the show.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really, truly do. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's fun. And it's fun to be able to encourage one another and share something positive and uplifting. Yeah. And so it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure is.
So, speaking of which, today is a great day. It's the 20th of the month. Mm-hmm. And so in 2020, we've been, as a church, MCC, we have decided to fast on the 20th do a 24-hour fast from food if you're able, if not from something else. Fasting and prayer on the 20th of every month. So this is our 8th fast day of 2020. And so special day for us as a church and for everybody who is joining in on that. If you hadn't thought about it yet, it's not too late. Jump in. No. Join us in fasting and praying. So specifically, we've been praying for our one. So God, please give me one person to share your love with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you lead us in that prayer?
Absolutely.
Let's all pray together.
Please give me one person today to share your love with.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so as we fast and pray, every time you're hungry or whatever you're fasting from, as you think about that, stop and pray for your ones and pray for them by name. Also, the time you would have spent fixing food or eating food, you can spend being still and listening to God and meeting with Him. Or if it's from something else like social media or your phone or something like that, those times that you would have spent on that, spend in some focused time with God.
I'll say I cannot fast from food, so I do fast from social media. And this is just a little thing that's been really cool for me. Like, I have a little folder with all my apps that I use often in it, and I replace it with the YouVersion Bible app on the 20th of the month. So every time I instinctively will just like click, 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 and then I'm like in Facebook.
You're in it, yeah.
And I'm like, what?
How'd I get here?
Yeah, I'm like, throw my phone down, no. But like, so I'll put the YouVersion Bible app where my little folder normally is. And so every time I tap it, I will find, either I'll pray like, God, show me where you'd like me to read, or I'll go to like the Psalms, or I start somewhere or I'll work through like a book in the day, you know what I mean? I'll work through a book like every fast day. So it's been pretty cool. to do that. So if you're not fasting from food and you are fasting from something like that, there are lots of good things you can do. Try it
Yeah,
out.
I'm surprised. So you've done this multiple times in 2020.
I have been fasting every month.
So you've taken 24 hours off from social media?
Yes.
And you're still alive?
I'm living and breathing. And I would argue that I'm better.
And you have actual friends still?
No.
Oh.
Well, still. What do you mean still?
Well.
No,
I didn't know.
that would be new for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think if you fast from social media for 24 hours, the whole world
You
might
would think.
come to an end.
But it turns out people exist in real life.
They do.
Which is crazy.
Well, social media it's just, yeah. But sure. Yeah. So I think that's a powerful thing to fast from. It might even, cause, depending on who you are, and might even help you connect with God even more than fasting from food.
Yeah.
So it's good. Good decision. So we encourage you to join us in fasting and praying. And if you've never done it before, give it a whirl.
Mm-hmm.
It's I know it can feel a little intimidating, but you're not alone. We're doing it together. And so.
And I had not fasted in this way until 2020 started. I'll be honest, totally honest about that. I had not, and it's been a really awesome experience. So don't feel like you're behind or like you can't say anything about that. Like, it's awesome. Like, and share with us too if you're like, we want to know your experiences and like how God is moving in your life, just in general, but
For
also
sure.
on fast days.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Share those stories.
Absolutely, because that's encouraging to everyone. And those stories are always powerful.
Yes.
And don't ever discount them. They're powerful. What you're hearing from God and how He's moving in your life and how He's transforming your mind. I know that even this morning as I was praying and thinking about the fast day and praying through some scripture, God did a radical work in my heart towards an individual. And I didn't see it coming. Like, I was just, my mouth hung open while I was praying. I was like, okay, all right. I see you, God.
Okay, all right, I hear you.
That's what we're gonna do. Right?
Okay.
We're gonna take. You're gonna take care of that today. All righty. And but it started a process of healing in my heart and some of my ways of thinking that are very anti-Christ. Like not like Jesus, anti-Christ, against Jesus, or in opposition to His love moving through me. And wow.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's good. So I know already on this fast day, God is working pretty mightily.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, also a part of that, at noon, we do have a special 30-minute time of worship and prayer, and we will be praying quite a bit during that. And so it's a little bit different, to engage online in that, but we'll be praying in community with one another through that time. So we'd love for you to join us on any of our platforms at MCC.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, right on. All right. So it's gonna be a great day. Now, with that in mind, summer is.
Ow.
Thank you.
Ow.
Oh, I knew you'd bring it right there. Yeah, summer is on.
You can't say on when you're saying summer is before it.
Right, it's on.
Summer is on.
Yep.
Ew. Summer is on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it's just kind of weird. Yeah.
Check. Yeah.
Yeah. So summer is on. It may not be the summer you wanted, the summer you would drawn up or planned, but it's the summer you got. So what are you doing with it?
Yep.
Yeah, we want to know. And we've thrown out that challenge and just said, hey, this is the day, fam. We want you to contribute. Okay, it's time to contribute, encourage some others. And you can send us your videos and photos to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. And we'd love to share those on the show. So we have one today.
Yes, we do.
We do. We have a show contributor today, Julie Henry. All right, so she sent us a video of her family. They were on the Mississippi River in Chester, Illinois, and they saw this.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is Luke trying to get him to honk his horn.
It was a barge.
It was a barge.
Honk that horn, Barge Master General. Let's go.
Let's go.
Have you ever heard a barge honk its horn?
Not in real time.
Not in the wild.
Not in the wild. No wild barges.
No.
Been honking their horns.
But that's the thing, I actually like the image of, if you pay attention, summer night just barge right on in. Just, if you pay attention, just barge right on in.
Right on in.
Yeah. If you're not paying attention, you can miss it. Like maybe you're like, you know what, summer's off. It's not on. And, you're not paying attention, look up and it could barge right in.
It could barge right in. I wish I had another pun to play off of that one, but I don't.
No?
That one was good, though.
Well, I just floated it out there to see what you'd do with it. That's fine. We can move on.
No,
that ship has sailed.
Oh, my.
I mean, it feels a little bit like the show is a bit rudderless right now. Like,
Move on. Move on. I can't take this disappointment in myself.
Nothing?
You did 4 in a row, and I can't catch up.
well, it wasn't planned. They just.
I know.
I
know.
They were just there. So thank you, for showing us how summer is on for you. And I don't know, some thoughts, like if you're driving and you get a truck driver to honk the
yes.
horn. Yeah,
Yep.
we'd love to get that. It's always exciting. You got any other suggestions?
I'm stuck on the ice cream one from last time, the biggest ice cream. No one sent in the largest ice cream from anywhere.
Sure, yeah.
And it's making me a little sad. Like, I do want to see you eating like a tub, fill a kayak with ice cream and eat it,
Yeah, that's reasonable.
right? Like,
A kayak, yeah. That's smaller than a canoe.
well, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said it.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
think we went. I overstated the first time
The
when
first-
I
yeah,
mentioned
was-
canoe and
I was,
kayak's
that's
better.
a little much, but come on, you can fill a kayak, or just order the largest one that someone is selling and eat it, and send us a picture, because I'm really excited about that. I can't eat dairy, so you have to do it for me, please. Please, I'm begging you to do it for me. I cannot do it,
And we want to see it.
and I want to see it.
That was, I appreciate you sharing your heart like that. You got vulnerable and real with us, told us some things about yourself. But you also, I think, you spoke from a little bit of a place of pain.
Oh,
You made a passionate plea for something, and sometimes the fam lets you down a little bit. So let's go, step up your game there, fam.
Come on, fam.
Yeah. Send that to this is the day at ManchesterChristian.com. So,
Please.
all right, I know you did not eat ice cream.
No.
Do you do any non-dairy ice cream?
Not
No?
really.
You're just out completely.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty
All right.
much.
That's fine. Missing out.
I know.
Sad life.
I know, that's why I need
As you pray for one today, please pray for Arianna. It's hard.
my lack of ice cream.
I know, but I am curious. What did you do last night?
Okay, so last night, I had the pleasure of, from a distance, seeing one of my best friends of almost 8 years who goes to Gordon College.
Okay.
But they have like really good safety requirements there, obviously, which is amazing. So you got to kind of work around. And so from a distance, masks on, 6 feet, 12 feet, I got to wave to her and say hello and hug her, air hug. And I just love her so much. Her name is Brittany. And I've literally known her almost 8 years now, and we've been close the whole time, and it was just a really awesome experience to just like see her. And I know a lot of people at Gordon now because like through her, so I have many other friends that go there, and I got to see them, and it was a really wholesome time, and I was just really happy. I was just so happy the whole time. Just my whole ride home, I was just smiling, just like, ee.
Was that is that down in the Boston area?
Yeah, it's in Wenham, Mass.
Okay. So you went down just for that?
Just for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you go by
it's a-
yourself or?
Yeah, it's about an hour drive.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice little time of like reflection too. I got to listen to some worship music that I hadn't listened to in a while. I like clicked like one song on an album that I know, and then that album played, and I
Yep.
was like, I've never heard any of these songs, but it was awesome. I listened to it the whole way down and got to hear some new music and see my friend, and it was like nice.
I've been listening to music like that. I'll do like a playlist of some kind of genre.
Yes.
That maybe I missed or want to kind of check back in on, and then
Yeah.
I'll hear like an artist, and I'll go, oh, let's click on that album, and I'll listen to some of the
Yeah,
deep
and like you've
cuts.
only heard like one song, but it's like amazing. Yeah, I love doing that.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's fun. Get new music that way. Yeah, try new things.
Try new things.
I like it.
If you have Spotify, you can create a playlist of songs you know you already like and go to the bottom of the playlist and take it off shuffle and hit next, and it will generate music that's not in the playlist. That is music it thinks you'll like. That's a hack.
That is. Drew Crisp would say that's just taking us closer to the singularity where the machines take over.
Yeah.
But
and I'm okay with that, I think.
yeah.
So for new music,
They
I
may
think
do
I'll
a better
sacrifice.
job than us.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good with that. Because left to my own devices, I have no new music.
Yeah, I know, right? We
Listening to
just
the same
keep playing the
5
same
songs, I'm
stuff.
like, okay, wow,
It's
time
kinda
to
sad.
change it up.
Yeah,
So machines are all right, I guess.
they serve their purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's fun.
I have a big question.
Okay.
I want to know what you did last night.
I don't talk about that. I don't know why you would ask me that. That is ridiculous.
Because I want to know.
No, nobody wants to know what I did last night. That is absurd, and it's really nobody's business. I don't want to talk about it. I will say this, though. We've been kind of watching different TV shows. Inslee, 13, my youngest, and just trying to find things to watch. So we watched a number of different sitcoms, and I found this interesting. On the last two things that we watched, the same book has come up in both of these two totally different sitcoms. And the book is The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. I don't know if you've ever heard of this.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've not read it.
So and basically it was, I think it came out in feels like the 90s.
Yeah.
And definitely made its way, within the Christian circles and within churches about, how to share, love with your spouse or, really with your family or with anybody. And that basically there's 5 different primary ways of expressing love. And kind of, we tend to express love the way we like to receive love. So you have things like words of encouragement, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service.
And touch, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that I don't like.
Yeah,
That's why I couldn't
you
remember.
just forget it
I
entirely.
totally forget what it is. You're right. I was gonna go. That's what it is.
And there's another one.
That's why. So like the ones that maybe don't resonate with you, you're less likely to do. So that can make it hard. Like you could be trying to communicate love to another person, and totally missing. Like they don't get it at all. Like so, mine is words of affirmation. So the book was actually really helpful in the premise of it early in our marriage to kind of help us understand that. I kept telling her, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. She's like, so?
And?
And hers were acts of service. So she would be doing things for me, and I'm like, could you stop? Like, I don't like that. I don't want that. We'd be sitting on the couch, and like say we're sitting like this, and she wanted the giraffe, and we'd be sitting there, and she'd be like, hey, can you hand me the giraffe? I'm like, but it's so much more efficient for you to just grab the giraffe. And she just wanted me to, to serve her in that way. So anyway, that's always been a neat thing. So like my son Ace, he's definitely touch, and so once a day I beat on him a little bit, wrestle, and it's kind of interesting once you start learning people's love languages and some like even gifts. It's a funny one. People will discount that who that's not their love language. Well, that's that's just gifts, and that doesn't matter. No, it absolutely does matter. And if somebody's love language is gifts, then you wanna get them gifts.
Yeah. And reading on that, like I always was like, there's no way like I'm a gifts person or like I discounted them because of like the general meaning of like gifts. I'm like, well, no, like that makes me totally uncomfortable. I don't want people to just like buy me gifts, and I don't want. But I feel like from what I've gathered from it, it's more of things like, well, when someone has thought about you and goes a little bit out of their way to get you something that they know you would like.
Yeah.
As a gift, you know what I mean? It's not just like someone buys you stuff with money.
I was at the store and I thought of you, so I picked up this candy that I think you enjoy.
It's easy.
And they're like, oh, they light up and like, oh, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Things like like that. So anyway, I thought it was interesting, that in 2020, these two sitcoms, two of them both had that book, and that the premise of it has woven its way so much into the fabric of pop culture and in our world that in two radically different sitcoms it worked its way in. I was like, well, that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, anyway,
I love it.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I love looking into stuff like that. More so recently, like in the last 6 months, I've taken that test, the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs I don't know as much about, but Enneagram and the love languages, I really like knowing how to work with friendships that I have in that way, like understanding like how people may react to a situation so that I can better back them in that. Like that's been like huge for me lately because I would always want to strive to be the best friend or family member that I can be in that way. So like if I can do that research and have that information in my back pocket to know how to like better back people and handle situations around different people, it's fascinating to me. I love it. I've gotten really into it in the last few months.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I can tell you, you want to know what my personality types are? Mine is whichever one it is that is like, oh, cool, we're going to talk about me? This is fun. Okay, I'm this, this, and this. And then, oh, you want to talk about, I had another meeting I got to go to. And then I never even remember what mine was. Anyway, but I do love connecting with people, so and learning and listening. Cool. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, but I don't want to talk about anything else. I do want to talk about the verse of the day. YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day, and today's is from 1 Timothy chapter 2. It's verse 5 and 6. It says, "For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man, Christ Jesus, who gave himself as a ransom for all people. This has now been witnessed to at the proper time." Can I read it again?
Yeah, I would love it if you would.
"For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man, Christ Jesus, who gave himself as a ransom for all people. This has now been witnessed to at the proper time." All right, I got to know. I was excited. I knew we were hosting the show together today, and I want to know what jumps out at you.
Mediator.
Mediator.
Yes.
Okay.
Thinking of Jesus in his like humanness as a mediator between God and man is fascinating in so many ways because we know him to be true and holy and pure and just, but also he did come as a human and to earth, and that, oh gosh.
Well, the idea of a mediator between humankind and God means that there's a problem.
Exactly.
I mean, that needs mediation.
Right. They wouldn't.
There's a broken relation. So a mediator is restoring a relationship, is making a way for the two parties to come together. It's mediating a solution. And so Jesus is, the mediator. There's a problem for all of humanity that we have a broken relationship with God through sin. So sin is our imperfection. And so God is perfect and we are imperfect. And no matter what our efforts are to then connect to God, they always fall short because he's perfect. Yeah. So then we get this mediator, Jesus, who comes and makes a way. He mediates a way through him for us to be made perfect in him through the removal of sin so that we can be with God.
I love it.
Me too. Me too. Now, I will tell you, I memorized this verse probably about like 20 years ago. There was a phrase that people used to say all the time. They'd go, you're the man, like that. Like when they wanted to say something encouraging, you're the man. And I had memorized this verse, and so I used to go, no, I'm not the man, but I know the man. There is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man.
The man.
Christ Jesus.
I did catch that when you said it.
Yeah.
The man.
I can't do it without that because he's the man.
Yeah, he is the man.
I think that I like thinking about Jesus being he's the man.
Every time I hear that now, I'm going to be like, who's the man?
Yeah, I know the man.
I know the man.
You're the man. Nope.
No.
Nope, but I know him.
Hearing two other people have an interchange? No. Having
exchange?
a conversation. Yeah, exchange. Like someone is
Well,
like,
they're
hey, you're the man.
ideas.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I know the man.
I know. I always was trying to be careful. I didn't want it to be like one of those automatic, like really hokey religious responses where you're like, that's.
You're like,
that feels really fake and phony. But it was really helpful. Like, so sometimes I wouldn't say it. I would definitely think it. But where appropriate, I would go, no, but I know the man. And they go, what do you mean? I was like, oh,
let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you about him. And I love the word ransom too. I just think it's such a great word. It's a strong word. Ransom means that we were held captive and we couldn't get out. So we've been ransomed, and that's with a price. An intentional price, a very lofty price that we've been ransomed through Jesus' death on the cross. And that's for all people. I mean, I could honestly spend all day probably talking about that. For all people, that there's no one that Jesus is not for. He's the man for all people. Yeah. So anyway, verse of the day. There you go.
I like that you do the.
Share it. Yeah, I don't know. Little things. Okay. Now, that's really good. The man.
Yeah.
Something that's, I will say, the verse of the day is always great. Calendar page, not so much.
Rarely.
Yeah, closet calendar, you know, I wish that, part of me is like, wish that I just could have left it. But I couldn't. I couldn't. And now it's part of the day.
It is part of the day.
So once a day, I go into my closet, pull off a page from the closet calendar, bring it to the light of day. Today, we'll see it's a quote. It's a get inspired quote. You ready to get inspired?
Oh, I'm super ready to get inspired.
You look like you could use a little inspiration.
Yeah.
From the closet calendar. It's a quote. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is success. You love it.
Wow.
I knew you would. I knew you would. I read it. I was like, Ariana's going to love this. Coming together is a beginning.
Sure is.
So when we come together, well, that's a start,
Yep.
right? As opposed to we're just going to decide to divide. We're going to come together. Keeping together, it's progress.
Yeah.
So we're all right. So we're not going to. Now we are together. Okay, we're not going to
Keep
divide.
it together.
And then working together, success.
Success. Success.
Check.
I do, honestly. I didn't have high hopes.
No,
But it pulled through. It pulled through.
I think that's the thing. You set the bar low, and in the closet calendar.
Yeah, even when you started reading it, I was like,
Not going to be great.
And then you got to the end, and I was like, you know what? All right. I'll give it that today.
Thank you,
It was all
closet
right.
calendar.
It was all right.
We just got inspired.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Now, the kitchen has a calendar on the fridge that does, I think it delivers just about every day.
Oh, every
'Cause
single day without fail.
I love this, that, the Sumptuous put a calendar on our fridge that gives us a day to celebrate every single day of the year.
It's
basic-
amazing.
Yeah, just saying every day is worth celebrating, which is right in line with the premise of this is the day.
Exactly.
And so, it gives you a target, something to celebrate on
know.
every day. And a lot of times things I would never think about
Oh, absolutely.
celebrating.
Yeah.
But today is something I definitely would think about celebrating because
Okay.
I think it is worthy of celebrating.
Yes.
Today is National Bacon Lovers Day.
Yes. And I'd like to point out, it's not just a day for bacon and loving bacon. It is for the people that are for the bacon.
That's what it's for.
The people of the bacon.
Yeah. Bacon people.
Bacon people. This
Bacon
is
lovers.
National Bacon People Day.
If you love the bacon, this is your day.
This is for you. And that's everybody, so get real. This is everybody's day.
Yeah, I worry about somebody who's like, I don't like the bacon.
I do worry for you people.
It's a little, I get like if you want to make a choice, like you're not going to eat meat,
Oh, yeah, no.
that's fine.
Yes.
I totally support your choice, but let's be honest, bacon is still delicious.
Right.
It's still wonderful.
Right, I support you in your choices.
Yeah.
But
Like when
bacon is amazing.
I mean, if you were to question or change from your strongly held beliefs, bacon might be the
First.
thing that would do it.
Oh, yeah. Bacon. Just but crispy.
I fully agree.
Crispy.
Crispy bacon.
Yeah, because when it's not crispy, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's chewy, and it feels wrong. Like, it just feels like, well, this can't be right. They must have screwed this up. I must have screwed this up somehow.
Is there not? But there's also that part of you that's like, this may be uncooked pork.
Exactly.
I'm
and
gonna get
that
worms
is
or something.
Horrifying. When I go out to eat or order takeout, I ask. This is maybe a step too far. I'll admit it, but I will ask them to cook chicken like well done. I will ask to overcook the chicken because I'm so nervous about like getting food poisoning or eating undercooked meat. So just limp bacon just makes me not excited.
At some point, you may want to check your health insurance to see if it covers psychological help.
Can you burn the
Can you
chicken?
burn my chicken, please?
Just like straight through to the middle.
Okay, let's go back to bacon though, because now I don't want to talk about your dried up chicken. That's no fun.
We shouldn't.
But yeah, I'm in agreement. Crispy bacon. I don't want soggy bacon.
No, absolutely
That's no good. How do you feel about like a BLT?
A BLT is a new fascination for me.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Yes, because I never liked tomato until like this year. And now if a BLT is on the menu, I'm like,
You know what the best thing about BLT is? It's usually the cheapest thing on the menu.
that's true.
Am I right?
That's so true, which is, yeah, every time I'm like, that please. And then I'm like, and I'm paying half of what I would pay for anything
Give
else
me the
here.
BLT.
Please. And it's gonna be amazing, because bacon, then you got the crispy bacon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But even, I will say, even if you don't, if it's not like perfectly crisp, you have a crunch of lettuce to mask the fact.
Yeah, you're covering.
Like, I still want crispy bacon, but I don't like, it doesn't need to be like crunch snap kind of a deal. Like it can have a little leeway there, because then you have that nice, crisp, refreshing lettuce.
The cool of the tomato.
Cool of the tomato with that different texture kind of a deal going on. You have to like bite through it, but like that's part of the fun. And then, hear me out,
I'm with you.
sourdough bread.
Oh, my favorite.
Like,
Lightly toasted.
absolutely.
I want a little crunch on the bread
Yes.
too.
And the crust is there. Like it's got like a nice crust, but it's not like dry.
You're a true genius in
yes.
the bacon arts.
I'm a true G. I am. Thank you.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Now, I do appreciate that the calendar is National Bacon Lovers Day, and I'm concerned for the people north of us. The Canadians,
It's so sad.
I don't think they understand what bacon is.
At all.
Yeah, so I don't think today they could even possibly celebrate it, because
they
have this thing, Canadian bacon.
Yeah, which is not.
I'm actually very concerned.
Yeah.
Maybe, it's a fast day. Maybe we'll just pray for Canada today.
Just pray for Canada.
That they would understand real bacon.
Yes, because they don't. They just eat ham.
Do they?
And they just say, oh, bacon.
Oh,
and
yeah, they're like, oh, a day to celebrate bacon? I'm all right.
Yeah,
No,
which
get
is-
yourself some American bacon.
Please. Can you even get bacon in Canada?
I don't know.
Or do you just get like, the bacon thing that bacon normally comes in, it's just like ham slices? And you're like, what?
What is it? I've clearly stated that I believe that the whole Canadian bacon thing is an anti-tourism gimmick from Canada. Like, please stay out of our country.
Listen, I like it
working.
now that you put it like that.
It's working.
Good for you, Canada.
Yeah, smart move.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's intelligent.
I'm not gonna overrun your.
You know what? Have your bacon.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Smart.
All
They're
right,
smart like
Canada, I
that.
hear you.
All right, so there we go. Bacon Day.
Bacon Day.
Yeah, we're
Bacon Lovers
fasting
Day.
today, so I'm just gonna think about bacon. And when I
Tomorrow.
think about bacon, then I'm gonna pray for one. So I'm praying for one.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a lot today. Thank goodness.
I know, it's cool. All right, so hey, you know what? It's Thursday. And on Mondays we get some motivation, one of those just amazing motivational posters to really set us
amazing.
up for the week.
Yes.
Tuesday, always some real practical tips, Tuesday's tips.
Very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday Wonder, it's always wonderful and always good. What's Thursday? You know what we do on Thursday?
Eric, could you toss me the, okay, yep.
There you go.
Ow.
Sorry.
Eric,
Did he hit you again?
he hit me.
Eric, we clearly stated that, nothing above the neck.
Yeah,
Right in
my
the
bad.
face.
I just don't have the arm.
No, yeah, it's all right. All right, but we are going to throw it back.
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday.
That is right. Throwback Thursday. We're going to throw it way back. I mean,
So far back.
this is way
It's
back.
like way back there.
This is like, we're going to have to take a trek back there to get it.
Uh-huh.
So I've now been at MCC, it'll be 10 years this month. So this is like way back 10 years ago.
Okay.
So on yesterday's show, we talked about the closet calendar was answering the question, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
300 and
364.
364.
Yeah, definitely 364. And is what they came up with at Purdue
Yes,
University.
yes.
But we had answered that question in a sermon 10 years ago.
Okay.
And so we have a clip of that, throwing it back 10 years.
I have a problem. I have been looking all around this morning. I asked the fox, who was supposed to be so crafty. I even asked the turtle, who looks like he's been alive forever and would know. But no. And I just want to know, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie-Pop? Would you know? Oh, never mind. I need to find somebody very wise who can tell me this answer. Who was it that the turtle told me to see again? Oh, yes, the owl. Oh, yay, there he is. Surely he'll know the answer. Hello, Mr. Owl.
Hello.
Do you know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Well, let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3. 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
Wow. A 1, a 2, a 3.
I feel like I nailed my lines.
No, yeah, they
in
were.
that.
Hoo, hoo.
A lot of who's. Oh, that's nice. See, there you go. See, where were you? on that? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Could have really fit
You threw
into
it
that.
back.
But,
So
yeah, that's.
our answer was 3.
Well, yeah. I mean, the way you did it, it was 3.
Yeah.
So
But
anywhere from 3 to 364.
Somewhere in that
it's
range.
Somewhere. It's at least 3,
Yeah.
and it's
No more than 364.
if you that's
Unless
the
you're
cap.
tongue deficient.
Yeah, and then
It's weird.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we threw, we threw it back. I was the wise old owl then. That was 10 years ago. I don't know what that means today.
The wiser older owl.
Oh, why? Okay, see? Oh, that's why you're my favorite. Well said. Well spoken. All right, speaking of wisdom,
Oh,
see what we got here? Union leader,
Full of wisdom,
always.
full of excitement.
Premier paper of the people.
Yes.
Front page news here
Yep.
in good old New Hampshire is this guy's got the coolest yard in town.
Coolest yard in town.
Coolest yard in town. Now you hear that and you're like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
is it-
immediately I'm like, nah.
yeah, prove it.
Yeah, like, okay,
Like
but
who?
like-
Is this self-proclaimed? Like I got the coolest yard in town.
Yeah, right, because that doesn't count.
I don't know, the dude's got 2 water slides in his front yard.
That counts. Listen, you can't just say I've got the coolest yard in town, but if you've got the coolest yard in town,
Yeah.
you deserve to be in the paper.
I agree.
He's got water slides.
On the front page. So the subtitle is Epping Dad Turns Front Yard into Water Park.
Yeah.
Next is Neighbors Not Happy.
It's like really close neighbors.
Like,
are
dude,
what?
yeah, cool for you, but property values just got a Wet and Wild next door
They've
now.
got it going through their windows, circling in and out of their houses. He's like, what?
What?
We got the coolest yard in town.
Coolest yard in
They're
town.
like,
You
this
throw
is
it
my
in?
bathroom. You've got a slide coming through. Okay,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
okay.
could you, we got somebody coming, can you flush? Yeah, coolest
All right.
coolest yard in town there.
Epping Dad.
Yeah. Bottom right corner, right here, the small prayer.
I do.
Union leader, front page of news,
I know.
every day, a small prayer.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
I agree. It says, "We are here, Lord, asking for your help. Please send us your heavenly healing. Amen." That's a big prayer.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
This is not like a joke at all. I can feel the tears. Like, can you read that again, please?
I will.
Thank you.
We are here, Lord, asking for your help. Please send us your heavenly healing. Amen.
Like, we're here, Lord.
Yeah, we're here.
We need you.
We're meeting with you. Yeah, asking for your help. Yeah. Please send your heavenly healing, which is better than our earthly healing. Earthly healing's good.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-earthly healing. Healing's good. But
Absolutely.
his heavenly healing is eternal. It's really good. You want to hear the chuckle?
Not really, but
Okay.
you can go ahead and
Oh,
read it.
well, I kind of set it up there.
Yeah.
It's not that you lose your drive as you get older. You just keep slipping out of gear. Yep, it's about the reaction I thought I would get from that one. St. Anselm College, the president's asking parents to get their kids in line. Good luck. That's why they sent them to college. Your problem. What do you think I'm paying you for? Sorry, that's not funny. I don't know. I'm sending one off to college.
You're allowed to make the joke.
I'm like, don't call me.
You're like, nope, no, don't want to know. Don't want to know. La, 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 la.
No. I wrote that check. You are now responsible. All right, some other things in here I don't want to talk about.
Okay.
However, there was this other article here that I did take some issue with.
Okay.
Family circus.
Not an article.
What? Okay. Well, you can have your opinion, but all right. So family circus. All right. If you've been journeying with us, this family has been out in the wild for quite some time, and now we've got a little girl. She's been doing all the talking on this camping trip.
Yep.
All of it.
A lot of talking.
Nobody else has said a single
yeah.
word. It's all her. All right. And she's snitching again.
Come on.
All right, so, and her shirt there, they may not be able to read it, says, "I'm a happy camper."
Doesn't seem it.
Yeah, it looks to me like she's not very happy at all. So she says, "Billy won't let me hold the footlight." Billy won't let me hold the footlight. Well, maybe that's because Billy doesn't know what you're asking for.
Yeah, because
okay?
you're calling it a footlight.
What's a footlight?
Because there's light on your foot?
That's
the
a
thing he's holding is a footlight?
That's a flashlight.
Yeah, it's clearly a flashlight. And they're old enough to know what a flashlight
That's
is.
what I'm saying. If
Right?
you're old enough to snitch like that, maybe ask for the right thing and you'll get it.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know.
Footlight.
Happy camper.
How would you even have a footlight? Is she looking for the light?
If I was that kid's, mom or dad, I'd be like, you need to go change your shirt.
Because you're not a happy
You're
little
not happy.
camper.
False
You're
advertising.
You're an angry little camper.
All right. Oh boy, back page, international
Sure.
news.
Okay.
There's a new dog walking rule in Germany, that leaves owners scratching their heads. It says apparently in Berlin, a new rule is forcing Germans to walk their dogs twice a day.
Twice a day. Walk your dog twice a day. And they will be checking.
I don't know how they're gonna figure that out. Were they gonna?
You walk your dog today? Yep. And then later,
Did you walk your dog again?
you do it again.
Yeah. And are they gonna follow up with the dog and
Yeah, they're like,
find
did
out?
he really?
Did he really? Is that?
Blink once for yes, blink twice for no. Dog's like, ah.
The dog's like. Oh, good news at the basket. Honeydew melons.
Thank you. I love honeydew.
You would.
I love honeydew so much, and as a kid, I was always like, ew, honeydew, pick it out. And now I'm like, God, I could take all that honeydew now that I picked out as a kid, because it's the best. Well, I won't say it's the best
Well, you
fruit,
can
'cause that would
save
be a lot.
$1 at the basket. It's $2.99 a piece, and you can have all my honeydew.
I
Because
will.
this honey don't. I don't want your green slimy melon.
All right.
There you go. Union leader. What we should do?
We should.
Little Earth Day with Jesus.
Our day.
Earth Day, daily devotions in 140 characters or less. Our thought for the day says, deny forgiveness and you will be a slave to anger. Extend grace to others and anger will not stand a chance. All right, and then the verse is Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. All right, you ever experienced this?
Oh, yeah.
You ever denied forgiveness to somebody?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Not well.
Why not? What's the problem with that? I mean, some people don't deserve forgiveness, right?
Right. No, but okay. As you were reading the little blip, before you'd read the verse, I was like, this is so important because it's talking about, this is leading up to saying, we want to be Christ-like, right? So how do we live like Christ?
Yeah.
And then you read the verse, and I was like, oh, of course,
Yeah.
tie it all in a little bow. But it is so true. If we want to live like Christ, which we do, we absolutely do, then we have to be forgiving and gracious like he was to us, because then we're not living out his purpose in us if we're not aiming every day to be Christ-like. And I actually had a scenario recently, within the last year, where I was really struggling with forgiveness, genuinely and I felt so righteous in it.
Of course.
I was like, oh, this person does not deserve forgiveness, what they did to me, and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And I had this moment where I was like, God, I need you to take this over. I need you to speak through me and just show me your forgiveness. And I felt his forgiveness wash over me for my sin in the situation, because I had an equal amount. And I just felt like me, and therefore, you must got it. And it was the most releasing thing it was so powerful in that moment. I am truly going to, for lack of a better term, practice what I preach. I do truly want to aim every day to live as Christ-like as I can possibly be, and
Somebody's an antichrist.
Absolutely.
Behavior. It's in opposition to who Jesus is, who God. We're compelled. There's a compulsion. We're commanded to.
Yes.
But in my mind, like even as you're talking, I'm like, oh, you get to.
Yes.
Like what a privilege it is to be free to forgive someone because they don't deserve it.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
They don't. You're right. Whatever. I'm sure that there was probably a legitimate pain, probably a legitimate wrong, and maybe yes, I'm sure if, whatever we can own that you contributed
Right.
to the dynamic or situation, then always we want to own our own stuff.
Yes.
But I'm sure there was legitimate wrong, and they don't deserve forgiveness. But that's kind of the point.
Right. You get to give them that Christ-like forgiveness.
Yeah,
where
the
maybe-
give in forgive is.
Here you go.
It's like I don't owe it to you.
Right.
You may not even ask for it. That's it. Well, they didn't ask.
Right.
Okay.
You're like,
All right. Oh, that's
a
what you're.
technicality there.
You're gonna wait for that. All right. Well, that's a hard way to live because we're not equipped as humans. We're not equipped to carry that, and but when you forgive, when you give grace, anger doesn't stand a chance. But when we deny grace to people, then we are not relying on grace. Clearly, we're not dependent upon grace. So, with that measure that we're using to others, that's probably the measure we're applying to ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's where all that anger and divisiveness and pot stirring and, who's in, who's out, who's on my side, who am I against? Ugh, pretty miserable.
Yeah, and I'll also say, you think that it's not going to be easier to forgive, but I feel like oftentimes it is.
Yeah, you're free.
You're free.
Yeah. Give that burden in that pain too.
Yeah.
I think another part of that is you earned your pain. Because right now, like somebody maybe watching and hearing what we're saying and going, but you don't understand. I earned this pain. This is my pain. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna keep it so that I remember, and that pain will protect me. There is a chance that, and I know this has happened to me, that I know my pain has become an idol before. Mm-hmm. And so I've maintained a pain as opposed to like the small prayer in the union leader today was like, let your heavenly healing come where he can heal of that pain instead of me, like I'll keep picking at a wound that I have to keep it festering.
Yeah.
So that I can have that at the forefront. And where God he can bring miraculous healing. Righteous, godly pursuit. Now let's do a trivial one. You like that transition? Hold on, before you draw, you get to choose. We're doing a new thing.
All right.
So we have old and new.
Yeah.
We got the original 1981 blue box edition, and then the 40th anniversary red box edition. Both boxes are just full of excellent Trivial Pursuit questions.
Excellent.
They're really
Top-notch.
well written, solid questions, very challenging, very hard.
Yes.
I will say a limited, smaller time frame. But I think our viewers and participants are more likely to at least get one or two right of the new ones.
Right.
So we have not had anybody get all 6 right in quite a while. So I'm going to let you, anytime you're here co-hosting the show, you get to pick. Do you want old cards or new cards?
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Let you know a little secret. It's not a secret. I'm going to be here tomorrow.
It is a secret. You could breaking news. I mean, I knew, but they did not know.
All right, I'm going to be back tomorrow.
Yep.
So today, I'm going to do the 40th anniversary
New
edition.
cards.
New cards. Tomorrow, might switch it up.
Okay.
All right?
All
Give a
right, your
little-
choice. Dealer's choice.
Give and take.
All right, so this is you're drawing from the 40th anniversary, new cards, Trivial Pursuit, 6 questions. We want you to play along, make a guess. I'm going to guess at all 6. You get all 6 right, keep track. We'll send you a congratulatory fun dip
We absolutely will.
in the mail.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Blue.
Geography.
In which Canadian province did the dish poutine originate?
Which Canadian province?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's definitely French. I'm going to go with Quebec.
Correct.
Yes! Okay, we got one
Quebec
right.
is correct.
I've missed I've been out from the first question like every day. All right,
No, you got it, you got it.
Okay, Quebec.
Okay. Okay. Which,
You gotta say the color.
oh, pink.
It's okay.
Ah.
Entertainment.
Which bathrobe-clad actor utters this classic line? The dude abides.
The Big Lebowski, which I gotta give the actor's name, right? I have the sweater he wears. It's my favorite sweater. Like I have it in the color he wears, and I wear it with a white V-neck all the time.
I don't know what you're referencing at all because I don't
okay.
watch
Well,
movies or...
I'll wear the sweater on the show when it gets colder.
Okay.
Often. It's Jeff Bridges.
It sure is.
Let's go.
It sure is.
Okay.
Okay. Yellow.
Yellow history.
What does the acronym ANC, the band organization that was at the heart of the South African anti-apartheid movement, stand for?
Anti-apartheid. ANC? The
ANC.
acronym.
The acronym ANC.
ANC. South Africa's anti-apartheid. I have no idea. It stands for African National Committee. I have no clue.
African National Congress.
Congress? I don't want to know. Oh, come on.
So close.
2 out of 3 in committee and Congress is almost the same. You get to decide. You're the judge.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Yes, 3 for 3. Let's go.
I'll give you that. 3 for 3. Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Okay. Best known for creating the religion Scientology, which author wrote the sci-fi thriller Battlefield Earth?
Battlefield Earth.
Arthur.
Author. I think it's, well, I have a name in my head and I can't get rid of it.
Okay. You can say it out loud and I won't say yes or no yet. If you want to think it out.
It's okay. I just,
All right.
Hubbard? L. Ron Hubbard? Mm-hmm. L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
4, 4, 4. You're 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
4 for 4.
4 favor.
4 favor.
There was a
Por
little favor
favor.
in that 4. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Green.
Green, science and nature.
It is indeed. What is the name of the research and development project that produced the first nuclear weapons during World War II?
The R&D project, first nuclear weapons, World War II, the name. I believe the name is the Manhattan Project.
You would believe correctly.
Yes! Let's go. All right.
5, 5, 5.
5 for 5. Let's go.
Okay. Last one.
Okay. Orange.
Orange.
Sports and leisure.
What cocktail made from vodka, ginger beer, and lime is traditionally served in a copper mug?
Even Jason Blacksmith's like, he has to get this.
He really did say that. Eric's freaking out.
That would be a Moscow Mule.
Yes, it would be. 6 for 6. All of them are correct. Woo! Fun dip.
All right, a little bit of, maybe an asterisk. I feel a little, Congress, committee.
I mean, you did say I was the judge.
Yep.
So I feel like as the judge, I'm allowed to give it to you.
Well, yep. So fun dip. If you got all 6 right.
And if you said committee, you got that one right too.
Right. How about we say this? If you got on the African National.
Yep.
And then you said a different word for C that is like Congress or committee.
Yeah, like that kind of a deal.
We'll be the judge of that. But if you got all 6
you're
right, let
allowed.
us know. Fun dip in the mail.
Absolutely. Fun dip in the mail.
Yes.
Amazing.
Man.
6 out of 6.
I knew good things were going to happen when I showed up and you were here.
Yep.
All right.
I did craft those questions just for you.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. All right. You know what we're going to do?
I'm hoping.
It's coming. Why don't you get ready?
Oh.
Little,
Oh.
yep, we're going to do a little sermon. But
Please hold.
you are a true musician. So what do you got? A little sermon?
It's coming.
Sermon.
Sermon remix. Yes. Go video.
Here's a few things not to settle for. Don't settle for protection over passion. This would be a common one where we're like, hey, God, just protect us from anything bad happening, anything that is challenging or tough or too much. Protect us from that. Well, if pain avoidance is our primary concern, that doesn't really lead to passionate living. There's no risk-taking. There's no eagerness to step out in faith and take these steps of faith beyond where we would ever go on our own. But what Jesus has called us to and what he's prepared for us is an abundant life with him, full of passion and meaning and purpose. But if we're always playing it safe because we think God's primary concern is for our personal protection, man, we're going to miss out. And we'll misrepresent who God is, and we'll not go to the places where he calls us to go, or say the things he calls us to say, or love the people he's inviting us to love. And if you're walking with Jesus and he is Lord of your life, and you're listening to his Spirit, and you're in step with the Spirit of God, then there's such a passion in that fuels the fire to say, okay, I'm going to step out of my comfort and my protection to follow Jesus as he leads. Don't settle for protection over passion. Don't settle for provision over peace. What I mean by that is there's oftentimes in our prayers this desire for more. Well, God, I need this, and I need that, and I'm going to need this, and I need more. And then when we get more is never enough because we're focused on the provision instead of the peace of God. We can learn the peace of God, to be content with who he is and who he declares that we are in relationship to him, and that he is sufficient and enough. And whether I have a lot or a little or anywhere in between, and whatever the case may be, I am united with God. So we're not focused so much on the provision and acquiring and gaining and achieving, but rather we have peace to say, I know who I am. And I'm not defined by, what I accumulate, but I'm defined by who God declares that I am. I have peace in that. And then not settling for prosperity over purpose.
Bo.
Yep.
I love that first point. I'd like to touch on it a little more. Protection over passion. Don't settle for protection over passion. Yep. I was driving in my car, listening again to the sermon this week. And when that point hit again, I was like, don't settle for protection over passion.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah, passion can lead you into danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is like a mindset out there that's like following Jesus and, well, he's going to keep me safe. Nice. And he's not safe. Oh my goodness, he's not safe. But he gives us a life that's abundant and full of passion. And I think sometimes we're like, well, I don't want to take the risk. I don't want to go for it. But if you're following Jesus, let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
I like thinking about that. Sweet. It's a good sermon remix.
It really is.
Fun. Good setup. Hey, update on Trivial Pursuit, just so everybody knows. Tim Lord got 5 out of 6.
Tim Lord, amazing.
We see you, Tim.
Nice job.
Great job.
Yes.
5 out of 6 is really good. And I believe there was somebody got 6. I think just the initials were BM. So
BM.
a BM.
I don't know.
There was a BM.
I don't know anyone. I don't think that has those initials.
Okay. All right. I don't know what it meant, but
yeah, I don't know. But Tim Lord.
Tim Lord,
did it.
way to go,
And so,
Tim.
Nice, Tim.
That is awesome.
Amazing job, Tim.
We celebrate you today.
And BM, whoever that is.
Tim Lord, yeah. Have a beat.
Whatever. Yeah,
okay.
sure.
All right. This is the day, and you're back tomorrow.
I'm back
So
tomorrow.
you'll be back tomorrow.
Woo!
Let's go.
Come on back.
This is the day. Catch you tomorrow.